We are back, Season 4 of the Craft Beer Connoisseurs podcast. I'm Chris, and along with me are two other hosts and a producer. For those of you who are new to the podcast, we like to showcase breweries, their beers, and conclude every episode with a thematic-ish conversation. If you're a casual listener or a seasoned vet, you know what to expect. Producers continue to change throughout episodes, but the same old connoisseurs will continue to provide top-tier content every single episode. Please feel free to listen to all of our previous episodes and producer specials to get an insight into all the breweries and beers that we've mostly enjoyed. And whether you're new or returning, we're pleased to be your favorite craft beer podcast. Follow us on Instagram at Craft Beer Cons, send a friend request on Untapped, or subscribe on YouTube at Craft Beer Connoisseurs. Also drop a comment, like, and subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your podcasts. Now for today's episode. Welcome to the Craft Beer Connoisseurs. I'm Chris.
I'm Tyler.
And I'm Brett. Along with us today is producer Addison.
Hello, Addison.
Hey.
Are you hitting dingers for the Jays right now? Took time out of this busy Blue Jays schedule to come here.
Yeah, really.
All right, today's episode, we're going to be reviewing Clear Lake Brewing out of Torrence, Ontario.
And as always, we have two beers. The first one is the Summer Ale, which is a golden ale. And the second is an American IPA, which, I mean, it's an IPA.
Yep.
I like that.
It's in the title.
I like that.
Makes
The
sense.
ale with the ale, the IPA with the IPA. It's
Super simple.
super simple.
There you go. And then to finish up the episode, we're going to discuss our times at the lake. All right, we are back now. Clear Lake Brewing sits at 4651 Southwood Road in Torrance, which we mentioned.
We did.
If you're wondering, Torrance is sandwiched between Gravenhurst and Bala.
I was actually wondering. I was like, well, what do you think?
I was wondering too.
Where do you think they're sandwiched?
Yeah.
I said that.
Closer to Bala than to Gravenhurst, I'd say.
Yeah.
But it's
Okay.
in between.
You know what's good in Bala?
What's that?
The cranberry bog.
I don't know that.
I thought you were going to say the key to Bala. You ever been there before?
Yeah. There's also a good cranberry bog.
I'm not sure I've ever been to Bala, to be honest.
I have been.
I
Key
have.
to Bala once, yeah.
Yeah, I've been there several times, actually.
Okay.
I helped build a cottage in Bala.
Really?
Fun fact.
Hey.
Yeah, I also got my first experience of food poisoning up in Bala.
Oh,
I thought you were going to say like
memorable.
his first speeding ticket.
I've never had a speeding ticket.
This is true.
Yeah.
Knock
I
on
do
wood.
know that for facts. I bet you're going to get one on the way home
Yeah.
tonight, right? Aren't you, Tyler?
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
I'm going to pull my vehicle out, put it back in the driveway in just that 2 seconds.
I mean,
Well-
it's a brand new car, so I mean, people are going to be looking
Be
for
on
it.
it, yeah.
The cops are on the lookout. So the brewery opened in 2017, and it's become one of the premier beer destinations due to the Muskoka Beer Spa that's nearby.
Okay.
Basically next door. We'll get into that a little bit more in a second, though.
I was going to say, is the beer spa next door or is the beer not next door? It's right there.
Well, I mean, I think you have to go to the next door
Like,
to
say,
get to
for
the spa.
example, you have the brewery here, and then there's an intersection. You make a small right-hand turn, and then boom, into the beer spa.
It's good. Those are good. Look at you with
like
your
that?
directions.
Yeah, I'm practically Google Maps.
It was your hand gesture.
In 50 meters, turn right.
I actually...
Recalculating.
Do you remember that time that we re-recorded my GPS instructions in university?
Yes, I do, actually.
Heck, you could record
Yeah.
your GPS instructions. So I didn't listen to no machine tell me what to do.
You listen to yourself.
Going in a roundabout. Time to go round and round.
Yeah.
Memories.
Round and round we go.
All right. Back to the old Clear Lake Brewing. It was founded by Greg Knight, who is a land developer. Many ties to the properties within the Muskoka region, perhaps maybe the Muskoka Beer Spa,
Yes.
which we will get to in a bit. So, yes, Greg and the head brewer, Scott Askus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go with that.
Yeah, we'll roll with it. Came together with Clear Lake, focusing on the freshest, naturally crafted beer all year round. They do have some locals and seasonal visitors. So
Lots of seasonal visitors.
a lot of seasonal visitors.
Yeah.
The numbers are actually very insane.
Very insane.
They are. The amount of turnover that they have for seasonal visitors coming to that area.
You can tell based on the traffic on the 400.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
Disgusting. That whole area is insane. All right, so why don't we talk a little bit about Clear Lake and some of the amenities nearby?
Yes. So the Muskoka Beer Spa. I mean,
you want to get right into it?
why not?
Dip into it.
Why not, right? So they have some cabins with some fully loaded rooms. I don't know what the definition of fully loaded means.
We're going to get there.
I'm going to say some snacks, perhaps, or
The
personal
website.
favorite, nap-friendly couches.
How could you go wrong with a nap-friendly couch?
I don't know. I'm not a big napper.
No,
No.
no.
Well, you might be when you're at Muskoka Beer Spa.
Probably after a few pints.
I was going to say you might need a nap in the afternoon.
Do we just drop like a little ad here? Do we just do an ad-lib ad for Muskoka Beer Spa?
I think so.
This is exactly what we're doing. Of course, they do have smart TVs and complimentary snacks, junk food.
I saw that.
Right?
Junk food, yeah.
So hopefully there's some fuzzy peaches, some sour cherry blasters,
Chips.
chips, maybe some dip.
Hell of a good.
Yeah, some hell of a good. Some smart TVs.
Yeah, you mentioned that.
But I did.
They're so smart.
They're so smart that they also can play VHSs. Right? A full collection of VHS tapes to play. I can't remember the last time I watched something on VHS.
It's been at least a decade, for sure.
I would say at least 15 years. I remember I used to watch Toy Story 2 every day when I came home from school.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Every day?
That was fun.
I could probably, if you put it in front of me, could repeat most of the lines from that movie.
And how was your grade 12 year? Beyond that.
Well, that was good. I mean, I did get the highest marks in 2 classes that year, so.
That's, you know what? It must have been coming home and watching Toy Story.
Exactly. But also, I mean, this does not happen with Toy Story. But there's a fan favorite feature in each one of these cabins. Anybody have an idea?
The nap-friendly couches.
No. There's one thing that might
junk
be
food.
just a little bit better than what you guys have been saying.
You mentioned it twice, so it must be nice. The smart TVs.
There's actually 3 smart TVs. It's all there's. It's like your own bar, really.
It could be your own bar because
they have in-room beer taps.
Oh.
Right? You guys ever been to a restaurant? Or not?
I have, yes.
actually I've been to a couple before.
At a hotel that has like a keg in your room?
No.
I mean, the closest would be a mini bar, right?
Yes, that would be, right? But no keg.
No keg. I have not been in a room with a keg.
Yes.
That is very cool.
You could be if you went to Muskoka.
I could be. Now, we were kind of talking about this offline. What is the incentive to then go to the brewery if I have beer right in my room?
Well, I think if you make a good quality product, they will follow. I don't know if you know this, but
Who's they and why are they
It's
following?
literally you come up, you make a little bit of left, you go to the intersection, make another left, make a right, boom, you're right there.
Yes, I think I remember that. Could you walk from your cabins to the brewery?
Yes.
After enough
Perfect.
drinks, you can walk anywhere.
It's true. You put that in your Google Maps, it'll probably be at least 4 minutes.
I was just looking
Oh,
to see some
beauty.
of this.
Can you make a 4-minute walk?
I could do that.
Okay, good.
So I think what I would expect is, maybe they've got the summer ale. Maybe they've got the American IPA in kegs in your room. And then, everything else, you got to go to the brewery. You got to get their their seasonal stuff, their one-offs, that sort of thing. So definitely incentive to go to the brewery, even if you're staying there.
Now, this is just my thought, but I'm thinking, obviously you said summer ale, probably in the summertime.
Yeah.
Maybe their porter would be in the winter.
Okay, yeah.
And kind of their 4 cores would be kind of each season.
Yeah.
Right?
Now, one thing to note.
Yeah.
That there's a bit of a caveat that that's only available in their full-size cabins. Okay.
Oh,
So when
okay.
you are
when
looking,
we do things full size. Let's be serious, okay?
but yeah, tall boys are bust, right?
Yeah.
Just one thing to note, though, it is in their full-size cabins. They did say that the beer taps are available, but maybe there's no beer. Maybe that's what they get you.
Oh, you bring your own keg.
That's where they get you.
Solid.
You got to go to the Muskoka Beer Spa. You got to buy a keg, and then you can slam it in for the weekend.
Oh, goodness.
It's possible.
Yeah, it's true. They've also kind of stepped foot into the distillery world as well.
Okay.
So they've got Clear Lake Distilling as well.
Do you know what they're doing? What they got? Product?
I do not know. It's kind of on the up and up. It's kind of just opened, I think, a couple months ago.
Okay.
So I'm not big into the whole distillery stuff, but besides, some bourbon barrel-aged stuff every now and then. But, obviously there's more information on the website.
Distillery takes a little bit longer to get into than a brewery because, if you want to put out a, 10-year whiskey,
you got to wait.
You can't put that out right away.
You got to wait somewhere between 10 years?
10 years? 10 and a half.
Math would check out.
Yeah. That's good.
Right.
Now, I mean, we talk about the beers, we talk about the cabins. They also have that spa, right? Because it is Muskoka Beer Spa. We're not big spa guys, I don't think.
Yeah, no.
I'd do a nice sauna.
A sauna would be good, but they have your general things, right? Massage, etc.
Yeah. Imagine having a nice massage and then going to a brewery.
Yeah.
All day.
Some good food.
You get real loose.
Absolutely you would.
And then it's good because you have to carry that keg home before you plug it in. But no, interesting spot. I think, again, like you look at the title for this episode, right? Like that's why we titled it. It is really a destination. It's not just about the beers. We love the concept of the beers.
Love it.
And hopefully we will love the beers.
Yes. So we should probably talk about some of the beers, shouldn't we?
Well, that's why we're here.
Okay.
So Muskoka Beer Spa. Great.
Yes.
Right?
Great stuff.
Now let's get back to the
Clear Lake Brewing. Maybe great stuff. We'll figure that out soon.
Yep.
So they've created 71 beers. It's been listed on Untapped with an average rating of 3.45 out of 5. Now, this is going to be a very small section in terms of the amount of beers we've all had from them because, well, Tyler, how many have we had?
Yeah, combined, we've had 0.
That's a small number. Yeah.
And then individually, I've had 0.
Yeah, I've also individually had carried it 2, 4, 0.
Didn't you do that in Toy Story 2?
Also 0.
Yeah.
Usually we have a producer who's had a whole bunch from the brewery, but Addison coming in with the 0 too. So
Addison's not much of a Muskoka person.
No.
Just not in the whole camping thing.
No, he wouldn't like the cabin.
No. Prefers a nice mattress.
But maybe that's the thing is Addison would love the full size cabin.
Maybe.
Right? The full size one because it comes with the beer tap.
And then he's going to pop in Toy Story 2.
You would be so disappointed if you went there and they didn't have Toy Story 2 on
only
VHS.
one they don't have.
Yeah.
Stuart Little's there. It's
Toy Story 1, 3, 4.
I'm going to be in tears. I'm going to have to walk down and get a massage to get all listened out. Anyway, hours at Clear Lake. These are some fun hours.
Are they fine?
I think so.
Okay, hit us with it.
Sunday to Thursday from 9 a.m. to 10 p.m. So, breakfast, beers. Friday and Saturday at 9 to 11. Right. And breakfast, obviously said, is served on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So nothing goes better with eggs and bacon than a nice IPA at 9 o'clock in the morning, I'm thinking.
Yeah. I mean, you could have a grapefruit with a nice breakfast. So a nice grapefruit.
I'm not a big grapefruit guy.
We know that.
Yes, we've heard a few times.
Quite clear on this podcast.
Making sure that the listeners out there knew that me and grapefruit...
Not friends.
There you go.
No. Okay. Well, we're going to link to their information on our social media, like always, so you can think about going up to the beer spa and the brewery.
Yeah. All right, let's stop talking about them and let's start talking about the beer. We'll be right back with beer number 1.
All right, we are back.
I'm here.
I am also around.
And I am as well, since I said that. And Addison is too.
Oh. Hey, we're here.
We're still here, still not at the spa, not in the cabin.
Not yet.
No, but maybe we
will.
Put
a pin in that.
So first of all,
there you go.
Big thank you to Melissa for organizing the sending of the beers for the podcast today. Thanks, Melissa.
Also, a phenomenal job title on her. I don't know if you saw, Director of General Shenanigans.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like, pretty much sounds like my job. Director of Shenanigans.
At least you know it.
I will give you the shenanigan part for sure. Yeah.
Technically, if you run a ball team, you're a director of shenanigans.
Is that right?
Okay.
Co-director, I should say. Pardon me.
Also, shout out to Melissa for knowing her strengths and weaknesses. So she said when we were chatting with her and saying, hey, are you going to send the beer? That sort of thing. She's like, I'm not really good at this, so I'm going to get someone who is to do this. And so she organized that.
Maybe she was lying and that was one of her shenanigans she was playing.
Maybe.
Hey, you got to know when to delegate things out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So the first beer we're going to have today is Summer Ale, which is a golden ale. Comes in at 4.2% ABV with 15 IBUs.
All right. Well, I started reading ahead a little bit here, and I think they missed an opportunity.
Yeah, what's that?
Okay.
You'll get there. So this beer is described as follows: clean, clear, and bright, just like the Torrance sky.
Okay. I've never been to Torrance, so I'm gonna say that's correct.
I'm just thinking, if you're going to describe something clean, clear, and bright, and your name is Clear Lake,
Just like the lake?
there might be an opportunity to say just like the Clear Lake. But Torrance Sky works. I'm not marketing.
Maybe it's just like the Torrance sky reflecting off of the Clear Lake.
I'm not into shenanigans too much.
Because Clear Lake is like, about 4.5 minutes.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
To sit on Clear Lake. That's the name of the.
To the right or the left?
Hold on. Be to the right. If you're going
Go
in a,
north?
Hold on.
northward direction, it'd be to the right. Yes.
Okay, so it's to the east.
So east side.
East, yes.
Yeah.
East would be correct, yes.
Anyways, I think that maybe, the Clear Lake would have been there. So that's how Clear Lake Summer Ale was crafted. A refreshingly crisp, effervescent, and easy drinking ale with just a whisper. Oh, goodness.
No.
With a whisper of grapefruit, floral,
Oh.
and honey
Hey.
on the nose.
Okay.
Okay.
I think you can take that on the nose.
I will.
You can take a lot to the chin, too. They humbly suggest there really isn't a better way to quench your thirst.
Okay.
Okay?
We'll have to test that theory out.
We're going to have to.
Yes.
Simply must.
On Untapped, you can follow us at Craft Beer Connoisseurs and on Instagram at Craft Beer Cons. Okay, thank you. You've done it. Good job if you haven't done it already. The overall rating for Summer Ale is 3.58 out of 5 with 508 check-ins. There are 3 5 out of 5s and friends, because we have some of them, at least 14 of them. They have checked in with an average of 3.64.
That, you know what? It's nice to see because we've never had any of the beers, but 14 of our friends
Right.
have. So
There you go.
People have made it up to the destination location.
yeah. Or they had somebody else pick them up, or,
Yeah.
they got their hands on them.
Yeah, somehow, some way, they
We got
figured it
them.
out. Just
They
like we
did
did.
it.
They looked up in that torn sky and said, "Take me home to Clear Lake."
Take me home, country
So clear.
roads.
All right, let's grab that can, grab that glass, and let's open her up. Ooh, sweet
Beautiful. Beautiful.
baby. All right.
All right. Well, we are drinking this out of a pint glass today, so make sure to use your proper glassware.
It's true. You should do that. I know
Yeah.
it's been like 4 seasons. People should have the proper glassware by now, I think.
Yeah, if they don't, well then
Get on it.
Then there's something wrong with it.
I don't know if you know this, but
honestly.
Amazon will probably get it to you within like 24 hours, period.
Yeah, it's true, and they can probably handle it a lot better than your wife handles your glasses.
This is an accurate fact.
Yes, because that does not
Amazon
turn
gets a
out
purchase. You know what? I probably should set up with my Alexa. Not yours. That, every December 1st, should just order a new 4-pack of IPA glasses. Because by then, they'll probably be done.
We almost had a schmishmexma accident
Yes,
here.
yeah. My bad. I shouldn't have said their full name.
well. Yeah.
God, we got to change it.
She who may not be named.
They.
Yeah, they.
Oh, they.
Yes.
My apologies.
Yeah.
We have different ones. We have males on the lower level. We got females on the upper level. That way you just know who's speaking back to you. Yeah. All right. Enough of that. We got the beer into the vessel. Now the vessel needs to be looked at. What do you guys see? What do you guys smell? Not everybody at once. Easy
Yeah,
breezy.
like not super golden. Not really what I would expect from a golden ale because it's not really. It's not at all actually clear, which I kind of would have expected from a golden ale. Kind of hazy even.
I'm getting the floral and the honey off of it, off the scent.
I'm getting a bit of that grapefruit on the nose.
Tiny bit of grapefruit. I'm choosing to ignore it.
You're ignoring that.
Again,
you
it's-
can handle a whisper.
Exactly.
But it's on the nose.
Yeah,
It's on the nose.
exactly.
Might not be on the taste. Yeah, there's a good copper hue to this. All right.
There is, yeah.
Like a deep kind of burnt orangish.
Yeah, light
Looks like-
copper.
Yeah, it's nice. Nice. A little bit of head retention. I think this one's going to lace nicely on the glass.
Yes, it looks
I'll probably
like it.
forget to mention it later on, but
Looks
I'll
like a
mention it.
frothy head.
It could bode well for potential lacing.
Yes.
Whether or not I follow up with it, we'll see.
Well, they did.
We'll make sure Addison remembers.
It's true. They did say this is a good way to quench your thirst, right?
Yes.
Should we figure that out?
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris and I will.
Okay.
Okay.
I might also dabble.
Well, all right, somebody's got to fill the time here.
Oh,
your
you guys go ahead and I'll.
Yeah, you fill it.
Yeah, you know what?
Sing us a ditty.
No, I'm not gonna say.
Give me your favorite part of Toy Story 2.
No, you're supposed to be drinking the beer right now. I've actually never seen Toy Story 2. I've only seen the first Toy Story.
Say what?
You're a disgrace.
Only the first one.
Have you seen 3?
No,
No, only the first one.
Oh, you need yourself a Disney marathon.
Now, have you seen the fourth one?
Have you seen the Toy Story Halloween special?
Bob, do I have 4 Toy Stories right? All right, we've drank
What do you
it.
guys think?
You know
drink
what
it.
I think? So I think we
Yeah.
should do. We should go to Muskoka Beer Spa, get a Toy Story 2, and watch it while drinking beers.
Sure.
Melissa, shenanigans.
Are you listening, Melissa?
Shenanigans are afoot.
Find Toy Story 2 VHS on Facebook Marketplace and see what we can do.
I bet you they got it.
I'm sure they have it.
Melissa will send us a picture. I'm sure we'll put that up in the Instagram. Goldie, lager, ale.
Kind of that
That's-
hybrid between it all. Yeah. It does go down very smooth, though. Smoother than I thought it was going to.
A
Yeah.
little bit of, I think the honey's coming through more on the taste than the nose for me at least, and there's some sweetness there. So
I was going to say I would say there's a decent amount of sweetness actually.
absolutely.
The going down easy, smooth.
Yeah.
I could see that, but very flavorful. Like
Exactly, yes.
there's
It is,
like it's
yeah.
not overpowering and like off-putting. It's got some good flavor to it.
The grapefruit is lingering just a little bit on the back end. Not saying it's a bad grapefruit. I'm saying it's a
I
bit
think
there.
you were quoted at
think
one
you
point
are.
saying, "All grapefruit is bad." But Pfeiffer.
That's true. But you put it with some honey, tolerable.
Tolerable.
Yeah, I think there's some good sweetness to this.
Yeah.
I don't want to say it's like there's a dryness. I just think maybe that sweetness is pulling me back to keep, I don't know, cleansing the palate, and I keep cleansing it with the same beer, so it's not really pushing it
Doing
through. It's
anything?
not really
Yeah.
finishing. It just kind of sticks.
It is kind of lingering a little bit
Yeah,
in your mouth.
That's
yeah.
what I mean. It sticks.
Yeah.
But
Right?
it makes you want to come back for another sip. This
Yeah.
is, as we kind of said, this might be one of those ones where it might be one of those kegs in your rooms, right? So you could probably get into a few of these.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, I'd say normal people, not people like me, would enjoy having one of these and then having a water. You know what I mean? Clearing
Yes.
it out,
Yes, yes.
clearing it out, and
I
then
would
having
love a
another,
water,
just
too.
to kind of stay hydrated throughout your consumption of this, especially if you do have it on tap in your cabane.
Yeah.
Yeah, well done so far.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tastes pretty good.
Okay.
You guys want to do top 5 flavor profiles?
No, let's skip it this time.
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
Let's
Don't
get
worry
it.
about
Could
that.
you
All right, moving
imagine? Just an absolute deviation. Addison just looked over and was like, "What are you talking about? Do not do this to me. This is my one and only time."
I have to follow the script, guys.
The group chat
The
will
script is very loose, okay? We don't necessarily need to have it step by step by step by step.
be. No, we should do the top 5.
You know, I think it would be interesting because there's some strange ones in here. I read ahead a little bit.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So the first,
is one of those Brett? Like it could be in here.
it could be.
a strange
Is that
one.
a flavor profile?
Oh,
So-
actually, it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So the first one is light bodied. That's not super strange, but I don't know that it is. It has
Yeah, I wouldn't consider it a light body.
It doesn't
beer
drink light
myself.
for me.
Well,
No.
I think because of again that flavor profile and the way that is shaped, I don't really see it as a light bodied beer.
no. I would agree. Number 2 is subtle.
Yeah, as much as it is sweet, I think that sweetness is done in a subtle way.
Yeah, it's not overpowering,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, no, I agree with that.
Which kind of sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind. I
You're about to say number 3?
Did
Yeah.
you read ahead, perhaps?
I didn't, but I looked because I thought maybe it might be on there.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
So number 3 is balanced.
Yeah.
There you go. That's number 1 for me.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's where I was just going to, like, I literally was just going to be like, the subtleness of that sweetness makes it kind of come through as a very balanced beer.
Yeah, the sweetness kind of balances with bitterness,
Yep.
I would say.
No, it's good.
Now, this is where it gets weird. Number 4 is nutty.
It's only weird if you make it weird.
Yeah. You decided to make it weird by saying it was weird.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like,
Now I feel like it's weird.
weird in the sense that this is way off base.
There's too many shenanigans.
Yeah. Get on that.
Yeah, I'm not picking
Yeah,
up
I,
nutty,
I don't know where that's coming from.
but I'm
Yeah.
excited because, I mean, perhaps there's going to be a review in the future that talks about nutty for some reason. I don't know if there is.
I don't know. I haven't read that far ahead.
Yeah.
What
well, I
about
haven't
number
either.
5, though? This one seems to make a little sense. I did read ahead. Pardon me.
Yeah, number 5. I guess you could describe every beer this way. Wet.
Mm-hmm. Maybe not slushy sours. But yeah, this beer is wet for sure.
Yeah.
See, I don't see
It's got a wet quality.
I don't see it as wet.
Dry?
Well, there was
Which would make sense, but
I did mention there's kind of like that dryness, but I think
Yeah.
it's picked up by the sweetness of it. But I don't think it's wet because of it sticking around. Like it's not finishing. I would think that like a wet beer would almost be a light beer that finishes fast.
yeah, you would. I would think of wet as like watered down, even,
which is finishes fast because
Yeah.
there's no substance to it.
When you think wet, you almost think like that Bush Light, if you will. Kind of just like something to go down the palate to cleanse you, to hydrate you, right?
Right.
Like a Michelob Ultra.
Yes.
That is as wet as you can get.
That is the epitome of a beer that you can have 15 of, and
Right.
it is wet. All of them are wet.
This is shenanigans. They're like, you're gonna get wet in the lake at Clear Lake, so we're gonna put wet in here.
Tough to see if you were dry at the lake. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Okay.
No,
I mean, the only thing I'd dry up at the lake would be the taps. And
You're listen to you. That's like a belly laugh, eh?
that's a good one, Brett.
No, I'm signing up for the Mall Santa this year. Just get that out of the way.
Hey, just be careful about your shoulder, all right?
Why?
Well, you're patting yourself on the back so hard. I don't want you to hurt your
Well,
shoulder.
because then I got to carry the sack of all the gifts for all the kids.
No, I was just
right?
thinking
yeah.
because you're just patting yourself, but how great that was.
Yeah.
Chris,
Oh, wow.
get us to the next segment quick.
All right, Untapped users, they've had this beer, so let's hear from some of them. Tyler,
Let's do that. So
you go for it.
Thank you. The first one is Frank G, handle Goldie 6009, on March 25th of 2024, said the following. Driving around and I picked up a track on a microbrewery. What a pleasant surprise. Excellent summer ale.
Obviously, this guy did not use Google Maps. Because he didn't know a brewery was there. Amazing.
Yeah, fair enough. And 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5.
So this one is named CL, and the handle is La Bombed. That's a good handle.
Yeah.
October 18th, 2023. Okay. So I don't even know how to say this. Without sounding offensive.
Addison, what did you do?
Crisp and easy, like your mom. Nice. That's love it.
The handle was Le Bomb.
Bomb.
LEBOMBED.
Yeah.
Just look it up.
I bet you
Yep.
they were La Bombed when they made this check-in.
And so what was their rating for your mom? Sorry, for the beer. I don't know what happened.
4 to 5, apparently. So there you go.
For both the beer and his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
80%.
That's like a B.
Yeah, that's an A minus.
Yeah. Hey.
Some prefer D's. Okay.
Wow.
All right,
Well,
let's get this back on the rails here.
Thanks for those ones, Addison.
All right, our ratings.
Oh, yeah. Just give me one.
We rate beers too.
We try to.
I'll start. Okay. I think see.
Addison jumping the gun there pretty quickly.
Addison thinks he knows me and thinks he's trying to guess my rating. I'm actually going to agree with our two friends here that we featured on Untapped. I'm going to give this a 4. I actually enjoy this one.
Wow.
Quite a bit.
Just so you know, producer Addison wrote in a 3.5 for Chris.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I like that, though. I like that Addison's being a little bit of guessy hoo-hoo.
But the thing was, Addison guessed the wrong individual for the 3.5.
Oh, okay.
Right? He pointed at the wrong person because he is La Bombed over there. Right? Tyler?
Yeah?
Yeah, this is your time.
Thanks.
3.5.
Yeah. I just wanted to confirm.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to give it a 3.5, and Addison is going to give it a 3.75.
Oh.
So we've got a 4, 2 3.5s, and a 3.75. Chris, what's that give us overall then?
Well, that gives us a rating of 3.6875, which, of course, we're going to round up to a 3.75.
Yeah, let's do that.
I agree with that.
Good.
Good.
Great.
Now, you want to know what else we should agree with? Moving on to beer number 2.
All right. We're back.
Yes,
we're
we
not
are.
we're not on a lake. I do think it was kind of funny because if you listen to the episode and you rewind it, I don't know, 15, 30 seconds, you hear Brett trying to stumble to realize that, it was his place to do the transition for beer number 2.
Yeah.
Then he pulled it off.
Yeah.
Not well.
Got recorded.
Some would say a C, perhaps.
It wasn't great. It was like
Not 80%.
Me trying to wakeboard my first time. My first time.
Probably actually more like me trying to wakeboard.
There you go. But we digress. Let's move on. As you said, we're going to be on beer number 2, so I'm going to tell you about that one. So this is the American IPA, which is in the style of the American IPA.
It makes a lot of sense.
Yes, it does.
America.
6.3% ABV and 71 IBUs. Brett, what's this supposed to...
71 IBUs. You don't see that very often.
It's quite a bit.
Just climbing up there.
So this one is bold and hoppy. This El Dorado single hop IPA has heaps of fruity character and rich malt notes to back it up, imparting bold tropical fruit flavors of pineapple and mango. On the nose, the experience might hint with a bit of pear, watermelon, stone fruit, and even candy.
Oh, there's that junk food from the cabins.
Bingo.
They just threw it in there.
Yeah.
It's like, these are some stale sour keys.
It just got stale. Nobody opened these ones. In they go. They're done.
It's a half-open container of those fuzzy peaches from those Halloween boxes. Throw them in.
The watermelons, we all know that they're not. That's not fresh watermelon. They're just throwing the candy watermelon in there.
Candy, yeah.
God, I love those.
Oh, those are so good. Oh, man.
We should have done the episode on our favorite candies. The thematic conversation.
I mean,
We
still
talked
could.
about that somehow, somewhere.
We did kind of talk
At
about
that
it.
one
I think we
place.
did. Oh, chocolate bars and candy.
Yes,
We did one.
yes. So I think we did
true.
kind of do it.
All right. Well, on Untapped for this beer, there are 1,016 check-ins with a rating of 3.48, 12 5 out of 5s for this one.
Yep.
And 21 of our friends have had this beer, and they have given an average rating of 3.58 out of 5.
Okay, a little bit on the higher end of that spectrum. But yeah, I mean, 3.48. I don't know.
Maybe see if we can put it up, or maybe we'll put it down. I guess we'll see.
Yeah.
Well, definitely put it down. Let's be serious. In terms of the beer down our throats,
There
not
you
the
go.
rating. Come on. Jesus.
Definitely going to be worse than 3.48.
That's just
Sometimes clarification is key.
Yes.
Yeah,
Choose your words wisely.
it's true. Okay, I'm holding the can now,
Yes, you are.
and I will be holding the glass shortly.
We
And,
also
We
hold the
each are.
cans.
Yes.
well, I'm just talking about me, guys. Just,
Yeah.
You know, it's
Sometimes
not always about you guys.
Sometimes nobody cares.
It's true. Can, glass, let's open her up. Excellent. Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Don't spill, don't spill, don't spill.
Oh,
Hey, it's your carpet.
that
Not on the carpet. No, not on the carpet.
Actually, you know what? Yeah.
Not on the carpet.
In all serious note, you did not get on the carpet. You got
Active
it
can
in the
there.
glass.
Yeah, she came loaded.
She came ready to play.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as you pour that radioactive can into the glass, we are drinking this out of an IPA glass, so make sure to use your proper glassware.
Just so you know, your pour's fine, right?
Yeah, my pour looks really good. My can was fine.
My pour's fine. Interesting.
I guess Tyler got saddled with the bad can today.
You know, if I was ever going to pick a guy to get saddled with the bad can, I'd pick you, Chris.
Well, I was going to pick Trevor out of anyone, but
That's
he's not
true.
here. So
What about Addison? Has Addison ever
yeah.
had a bad can?
Addison can have a terrible can.
Yeah, it happens. Hey, look at that. Good job, Tyler. Tyler's got everything cleaned up. Good to go. He's making his wife
be
so
there shortly.
He's making his wife so proud right now.
Hey, you look in that corner there. I did that laundry, boy.
There's a first time for everything.
No.
You're a big laundry guy now.
I've dabbled in the laundry all the time.
Not when you lived in your apartment.
Yeah, what my laundry is right here.
In all fairness, probably did he have to pay for it?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't do it.
Absolutely.
Well, someone had to do it.
Yeah. Well, I was.
He'd load it up in the '94 Mustang, bring it home, and make his mom do it.
I wish.
Maybe in university.
Maybe.
I
Sister.
mean, both of those things don't exist in my life anymore. So, what I'm saying here is,
I think your sister still does.
No, I was talking about the mom in the '94
Oh,
Mustang.
yeah. Terrible about that '94 Mustang.
Yeah. God, she's a beaut. Yeah, so I do the laundry now because it's right here. It's a lot easier.
I
lot
know.
easier to do, but not the apartment. Are you kidding me? You have to drag it all the way down the hall because we didn't have in-suite laundry. In-suite laundry, let me tell you, is key. If you're looking for an apartment or a condo, you got to have it.
Yeah,
I never had it. But that's what I'm saying is I never had it.
Yeah.
But now that I have it, I mean, we don't have a dryer right now, but that's beyond it.
In all fairness, when I lived in my residence in college, I had in-suite laundry, and I still had to pay for it.
Yeah, you still have to pay for it, but it's not the paying necessarily. It's the convenience factor. Like getting up, moving down. Like I can't let the laundry just sit there for 20 minutes.
Or you walk down the hall and all the machines
really convenient
are
though?
Full.
Yeah. Want to be really convenient? Not paying for laundry. That'd be awesome.
It would be, but you always have to pay for
You
laundry.
technically are paying for it.
Technically, yes. In a roundabout way.
Unless you have solar.
Well, you're still paying for the water.
That's true. I could get from the creek. Start hauling it up. All right, we're not here for laundry talk. We're here for beer talk. What do you guys see? What do you guys see with this?
It looks kind of like the first beer, to be honest
Actually,
with
yes.
you.
A little bit more head,
Yeah.
I would say.
Shucks.
Yeah, I wonder how that happened, Tyler.
You know what? Forgot to talk about the damn lacing. Sorry, I knew this would happen.
Guess what, Addison? That's on you.
Yeah, that is on him.
Good, Addison.
Blame
One
him.
job.
Blame him.
Sorry.
He literally had one
As
job.
I'm looking at this head, I'm like, oh, yeah, lacing. And
Guess you won't be back for a producer special.
yeah, thank God we're not doing one next week.
Well, that's why he didn't even make the cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. How does it feel to be the first producer
Since
First
we
producer
started
in
it.
3 years
Yeah.
to not do a producer
to
special.
not get the producer special? I mean, really setting the precedent.
Oh, there is some tears.
Yeah, it's all right. We're not here to harass everybody, but yeah, no, decent head on it. A little bit lighter, I almost think, than the golden. I don't know if you guys see
Yeah,
that.
I would
It's
say
a little bit.
yeah.
I see a little bit lighter, at least. What do you guys smell? Anything?
Kind of getting that stone fruit.
Yes, stone fruit. A little pear.
Yeah.
A little pear that they mentioned.
Not getting the candy or watermelon, but that's okay. Maybe that'll be on the taste. And you know what?
Maybe.
Speaking of that, I don't know. This is just thought, but you guys want to taste the beer
Yeah, let's taste it.
instead of looking at it for 15 minutes?
Go ahead, Brad. I'll fill some time with it.
Oh, please do.
Yeah, I'll be interested to see how this tastes kind of as it warms up as well, because I wonder if it'll show a little bit different with it. But seems like you guys are not enjoying this one so far.
She's a bit bitter.
Is it better?
It's bitter.
Yeah.
Is
You're
that
not
that
lying.
70
That's 71 IBU. That's not lying.
It's been a while, I feel like, since I've had a beer with that many IBUs.
Correct. I do agree with that. Yeah.
You don't see that very often
No,
anymore.
not anymore. Especially in your prototype. Like, this is a prototypical West Coast style IPA, which is kind of what I'm getting from the taste with that high bitterness level.
Yeah.
And that high bitterness level is there. I'm just going to say that right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not as much of the I think they said mango and pineapple, I believe it was, on the fruits.
Pear, watermelon, stone fruit.
Well, that's on the nose.
Oh, sorry.
right?
Pineapple and mango. Pardon me. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, pineapple mango. Okay.
I think actually what maybe is throwing it off, I don't know if it was in what I read, was the Munich style of balance of malt. Because it's kind of got that darker, edgier tone to it.
Yeah, it's almost like a. You're right. Like it's almost like a. How would I put? Like an amber.
Yes.
Yeah.
Kind of tastes like an amber a little bit with the
I do
malt.
think that the
Yeah.
malt's kind of overtaking here a little bit. I don't know the balance in terms of what they're going for here, but yeah, you definitely because I like Eldorados and hop.
Yeah,
It's a single hop.
Yeah,
I like Eldorado, but I think that just that malt's kind of throwing it up for me personally.
Okay, you're having a little bit of indigestion there, right?
Yeah, upset stomach, diarrhea. Yay, Pepto Bismol.
Not sponsored.
Yet.
Okay.
Yeah, it sticks around too. Huh?
It does. Yeah. It's quite bitter actually. It's which is fine. I mean, if you're advertising it as an American IPA, like a West Coast, you're going to have some bitterness. Like I said, even, a lot of the West Coast nowadays, they might be in like the 50 range. So 71's pretty high.
It's high, and the thing I think with this is it just doesn't really allow some of like other flavors to come through.
Yes.
Right? And like
it
that's,
overpowers.
That's like you're not getting like, oh, I'm getting hints of this or hints of that. It's straight up. There's a bitter over kind of like tone to it.
Yeah. Like we mentioned, the summer ale was well balanced, and this one is not so balanced.
Yeah.
I would call this lay bitter instead of lay bond.
Okay.
Playing off the untapped profile from the first one.
Yeah, no, we got that.
Yeah, I'm just making sure that people are following along. You guys are following along as well.
Very good. Top 5 flavor profiles. You guys think you can handle some of these?
Let's do it.
Okay. Number 1, hoppy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is hoppy.
Yep. Okay. Number 2, clean.
I wouldn't be in my top 5 personally.
Yeah, I wouldn't put that there. Not that
Just so nonchalant. Yeah, you know what? That don't go there.
Yeah. It's going to be a no for me.
something doesn't belong.
Chris
All
in
right.
his supervisor voice. Yeah, I don't belong there.
Yeah. All right. Number 3, bitter.
That does belong there.
Yeah,
Dudes belong there.
That's in the right spot. Good job.
well, except it should be number 1.
Yes, 100% should be number 1.
Yeah.
Okay. 4, we've seen it before. We'll see it again here. Light bodied.
Not this one.
No, I don't think this fits in this beer either.
Okay. Number 5, l'ananas or pineapple.
I'm not really getting much pineapple out of this either.
No, I mean, I wish I could, right?
I agree, yes.
I wish that the bitterness was less so that the pineapple did come through.
I know there was, this is way back when, but we had that pineapple jalapeno IPA that was 110 IBUs from Black Gold.
Yeah.
Oh,
you
that
could-
was a 5 for you.
It was. That's why I'm bringing it up. But you definitely still taste the pineapple out of that one, where this one's kind of just...
Sure. You could still
Over.
be high in IBUs and still have
Still
some
have
good
other
flavor.
flavors.
Still have it, but
I do get some of the pineapple from it just sitting.
Okay.
Like on the like as a sip just sits there, I get it, but not me drinking it. You know what I mean? More of like the aftertaste of it. There is some, but there is like a bit of that bitter that still lingers. Throughout. So it's kind of like this differentiation between the bitter of just bitter and a little bit. I'm not talking like it's fully there. I'm just saying like I do kind of pick up on it.
You got to search for it.
Yeah, you really do.
Yeah.
That's a good way of putting it. It's, pineapple in this case to me is like the Where's Waldo of the beer.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Let's go on to some untapped thoughts. Brett, we're going to give you the first one here, just because it's a little bit shorter in the comment.
Words. That's good. And less words for me is
Yes,
better.
yeah.
The first one comes from Jordan Roy, or Wa. Could be French.
Could be
Don't know.
Wa.
Yeah.
The handle is also the same name. On May 5th, said, not good. Yeah. Short
That's
and
it,
sweet.
eh?
Short and sweet.
Yeah, okay.
Now, the rating. My rating, I'm going to guarantee right now, is going to be higher than this. But Jordan gave it a 0.5 out of 5.
Wow.
He really didn't like this one.
Also not good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. The rating,
Yeah,
the rating is also
right, not good. Right, not good.
Rating matches the description.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
Chris, you take the second one here.
Yeah, so the next one comes from Mark P. Mark Payne is the handle. On December 2nd, 2023, said, a nice American IPA, no aftertaste. Mark gave it a 4.25 out of 5. Two contrasting
Very contrasting
reviews.
ones,
Yes.
yeah. It's nice to see that. Addison, good job on this
It
one.
is nice to see that.
Yeah.
Also, I'm getting quite a bit of aftertaste.
Yes,
so.
I was going to say Mark P. Not my brother. But maybe try this one again.
Well, I think this is good though, right?
I wonder if he had like a cold or like a sinus infection or something like that going on.
personally,
Lost his taste buds.
Yeah, like maybe COVID. I don't know. But I suggest when you're feeling 100%, maybe try this one again.
yeah, I think that it's good though because I can disagree with both of these.
Yeah.
Right? Like it's a good juxtaposition of where they're at. Again, different strokes for different folks. On this one here, I find myself disagreeing with both of them. But it doesn't matter what I say right now because we're going to listen to what Brett has to say by giving us the first rating
Well,
for us.
maybe before we get there, Tyler.
Maybe.
Look at that lacing.
You funny guy.
You
funny guy. There's good lacing on that, yes.
Yes, there is. For myself,
Son of a gun. I will not forget this.
I am going to give this one a 2.75.
Oh my goodness. Addison had that one correct.
I think it's just, again, that that over-lingering bitterness, the malt kind of dominating with not really any of the watermelon pear or anything like that coming out for me personally.
Yeah, you know what? I see where you're coming with. I'm going to go a little bit lower on this one. Just we've had this style before, and this style has proven that there are ways that you can go ahead with a good high-ish IBU and still get some good flavor for it. This one I'm just not jiving with. I'm going to go with a 2.5 myself.
Are you jiving with this one, Chris?
I'm actually not. I'm right there with Tyler. Actually, I'm at a 2.5 as well.
Yeah.
And Addison's coming in lower than us. He's giving it a 2. A 2.
That's classic Addison. Yeah. All right, so that should give us an overall score. Chris, do you want to go ahead and give us that overall score?
Yeah,
which
for
I
sure.
think should be fairly simple if we run the brief math on
2.4375.
Yeah.
I knew that. I had that in my head.
You did.
Yeah.
You just didn't want to say it.
Yeah.
Toy Story 2.
Yeah, Toy Story 2.43.
Which, of course, will round up to 2.5.
Yes.
Okay.
That concludes the review of Clear Lake and the beers they provided for today's episode.
That's right. So coming up, we're going to discuss our lake experiences. All right, we're back. So I think it's just natural that, Clear Lake Brewing, let's talk about the lake.
As natural as the lake formation.
There you go. All the glaciers, right? No? So we're going to...
Just let him sit in.
I'm just going to let
Let him
keep
sit
going.
in. Just let him sit in.
All right, so let's talk about our experiences at the lake. So, do you ever...
We're starting?
Yeah, are you not ready?
Yep.
I don't know if you see that button up there. It says it's
Yeah,
recording.
I just didn't know if we're just jumping right into it. We're good.
Oh, yeah, I did my preamble, right?
Yeah, okay.
So, we'll do a nice little round table. I feel like it's been a little bit since we did a little round table here.
Mm-hmm.
Since the last time we did the round table. Unless you guys are doing round tables like other places.
I enjoy the round table.
Like, I don't know if you got some meetings that you're doing round tables at.
We do.
You got
Square tables, usually.
those square tables.
Yeah.
Wow. Hi, big fan of triangle tables.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the nights of the round table.
Oh, yes.
We did actually a King's table at my conference when we went out
Okay.
for beverages the other day there.
Yeah.
It was terrible. One person sat on the one side and then ended up leaving early because nobody was talking to them.
That's unfortunate.
I
Probably
felt terrible.
not a good idea to put the most antisocial person in that seat.
Yeah, it was
If
me.
you were in that seat,
I was that person. I left.
You were just like, I'm out of here.
I'm not
if I know anything about Tyler, is that he doesn't leave early.
That's true.
I'm going to the brewery.
Yeah.
All right. So in terms
That would
of
be the reason why we'd leave early.
That's true.
in terms of the lakes,
All right.
do you on a regular basis or occasionally, or have you spent time at lakes, either on the lake, near the lake, etc.? And if so, which one? So I'll start the round table.
As you should.
I should, right.
You're the man.
I'm one of the knights of the round table. So what I would say is I don't generally, spend too much time at the lake. I remember as a kid, my grandparents had a trailer on Lake Erie, and they had a boat, and we would go boating on Lake Erie. That was kind of, that's kind of the extent of my time at the lake, I think.
Okay. I happen to spend probably a lot of time at the lake because my in-laws have a cottage right on Lake Huron.
Yeah.
In Point Clark. So, not necessarily right on Lake Huron because that would be weird. It's a little bit off the lake. But I can see the lake from where it is.
Right.
I can look out in the morning and be like, there, look, Lake Huron.
You can walk to it.
Yeah, I can walk to it. Even when I had my knee surgery, I was able to walk to it. It was like 15 steps.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
It took me 5 minutes, but I got there. Now it's a little faster for me to get there.
Right.
Maybe like 5 seconds. Okay, let's.
Yeah.
50 seconds, maybe. Anyway. But yeah, so I spend a lot of time there. And honestly, my favorite activity at the lake is literally just
Leaving the lake.
bringing a nice lawn chair that I've probably purchased at Canadian Tire, a couple cold beverages, maybe some Clear Lakes. Well, obviously not before because I had 0 on tap check-ins before that.
But moving forward.
Means they need to send us more. And sitting there and watching the lake.
Yeah.
Big sunset guy.
Okay.
Yeah, I like watching good
Yeah,
sunset.
and you get that on Huron, right?
Yes,
looking
yes,
looking
you
west.
do. You don't get the old sunrise. Well, I mean, you do, just not as
You
good of a
can't
view.
You can't look at the lake while you're looking at the sunrise. Yeah.
Correct. What a guy, Tyler.
Unless you're on the other side of Lake Huron, I guess.
They call that Michigan.
This guy's good. Yeah, so kind of, I mean, we talked about before, like growing up and spending a lot of time in Saddle Beach. Same lake, different location.
About
It's a big lake.
About an hour away from each other. Yep.
It's a big lake, but yeah, sitting and watching those lovely sunsets. I stay up late some nights, Brett, looking at the sunset and wondering if you're looking at the same sunset with me.
Well, probably just in different locations.
I mean, you can't be up that late if it's the sunset.
9 o'clock's late for some people. Right?
Yeah.
Addison, I'm surprised he's even here.
Wow, that's true. That's true.
But
He's a big sunrise guy.
Yeah,
Always
no,
up before the sunrise.
Being at Saddle Beach and spending a lot of time there was great. So always on the beach. One of my favorite activities. I know we kind of get to this in a little bit.
Brett already jumped ahead. So.
But I'm just gonna. I've got a story I'm gonna tell for the next thing.
Okay.
But one of my favorite activities, we played baseball on the beach. As like a kid, I remember like we'd go there and we'd have all the people from the campground come down and we'd just play like a little game of baseball, and like that to me was like the World Series.
Yeah.
Tyler was last one picked. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, last one picked, but always got MVP awards for Scott.
I don't know if he
Underdog
knows,
story.
But last year in tournament, he got MVP. He'll tell you.
Yeah.
Oh.
I did one.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah.
I forgot
He'll
about
tell
that.
Oh yeah, you forgot about that.
I did forget about it.
His prize is hanging upstairs. I think it's a Coors Light T-shirt.
It was a duffel bag.
Duffel bag.
It was a duffel bag, yeah, which was
Nice.
great. I mean, I did make sure that we got to the finals that year.
Yes. Because I did my best to ruin it.
You did. It's true. And I walked it off. So, I mean, kind of MVP, you know?
So, kind of like you, Brett, maybe my favorite thing about being at the lake is not even necessarily being like in the lake, but just near the lake, right? Like on the beach, kind of just hanging out around the water, having that, it's kind of relaxing, like hearing the waves come in and out.
Soaking it all in.
Exactly. It's just a nice environment. I think that's just my favorite part about being near any body of water, really.
It's meant to be relaxing. Even sometimes I'll take the dog for a walk along the beach. Just sit there, and he will not. And
He'll pull you
he'll
along?
go play in the water, and I'm like, okay.
And you will not.
You go play in the water, and guess what? If you keep going up 20 feet, sorry, buddy, I'm not getting you. Because I can't swim, and he can. So if he goes up far enough that I can't touch the bottom, then and he keeps take it away, then sorry.
Okay.
But he knows better. I've trained him well.
Tyler, you said you had a story.
Yeah, so I got a little bit of a story about a lake activity. I'll keep it relatively short. I remember one year we rented a cottage with family friends of ours, and we were up at Chester Lake. And while we were there, I remember my dad and our family friend, they were going to go out and get a boat because we were going to do like some water activities, tubing, all that jazz. But there was no thinking on behalf of these men to like pre-plan anything, right?
Right.
Showed up, it was fine. Actually, I think I recall my sister, I think, almost got hooked by a fish hook on her back. Like that. Somebody went to cast off and I think caught her actually at one point. But weird weekend. Now that I'm thinking about it, there's a lot of trauma. I should lay down on the couch. So I remember my dad and our family friend went to they're going to go get a little power boat or something that they could just, give us some water sport activities.
Yeah.
Like 4 hours later, they come back, and it was like, what? Like, what are they doing? They came back with a canoe. So they left to go rent like a power boat, came back with a bloody canoe, and we're like, what are we supposed to do with this? They're like, this is all they had. Well, okay, just because that's all they had, and then they brought it, we couldn't do anything with it, and then they had to just take it back. Because the vehicle was parked there, because you drove the vehicle to the place, rented the boat.
Did they ride the boat in the water?
Yeah. And they launched, came back to the cottage on the water, And then they got there and we were hung out for like 20 minutes. We're like, I get going back. I don't know if it was just a ploy to get away from us.
Probably.
But like I remember them leaving. We're like, oh my gosh, there's like tubes that we're gonna get in. We're gonna fly on the water.
Everyone's so excited.
Complete disappointment. That's my fun. My favorite lake activity is one that didn't even happen.
Oh, sounds like a dislike about the lake.
Oh, God. Which brings us to our next point, right?
It does, yeah. So the one thing that I really do not like about the lake is that,
The amount of water it has.
well, it's just the water is so cold. Like that
is true.
At my advanced age of mid 30s,
Yeah.
I cannot tolerate cold water. It's like you see the kids in there, they're like, 10 years old. They're in the lake water all day.
You're acclimatized.
The water's like 15 degrees.
And it's funny, like even up this past weekend when I was up there for Father's Day, it was weird because it was like, what, 30, not, I shouldn't say 30, it was 26 on Sunday, I think it was. And the water at the lake was probably 13.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
it
it's
takes
probably,
a while.
it's probably changed
Takes
after a few days
long
here.
time to
It
warm
takes
up.
a while.
It's
though,
actually
right?
easier to go in like late September
Yes.
than it is to go in June.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Just strange how those things work.
Yeah, so that's one of the biggest things is like if I go to the beach at the lake, I'm not really going in the water. I'm at the beach.
You're dipping your toes in,
If that.
putting your ass in the sand. Yeah, no,
That's Chris's story. Now you go next.
My story is pretty simple. It's just like dislikes about lakes is they need more beers. That's a me problem.
Yeah,
That's a me
something
problem.
you can solve.
Ty?
Yeah, I don't really have a whole lot of dislikes. I remember like trekking down to the beach with like a bunch of stuff, and that was always like problematic.
Yeah, it's a pain.
Like it's just like you got the sand castle tools, you've got floaties, you have a
Chairs.
dinghy, you have a chair, you have this, you have
Tent,
that,
yeah.
whatever you bring. Like that's always a bit of a hassle. But like if you're just going just to enjoy like a day, and you just have like a cooler and a chair.
Yeah.
What's there to dislike? There's a lot of worse things in the world. Sitting at a beach ain't
I was
going
going
to
to say, depends on your company.
Even then,
You can dislike the company, but if you look at a lake,
yeah,
It's
chances
all
are
good.
you could probably be all right.
I mean, yeah, you could throw a little AirPod in or something and listen to whatever you want. You can listen to the
Craft beer
Yeah, I was gonna
connoisseurs.
say craft beer
The
connoisseurs.
Craft Beer Connoisseurs, your number one Ontario craft beer podcast. Yeah,
Yeah, no, it's true. Actually, number
Good.
one is correct.
it's true.
Is it?
Yeah,
And it was in Nepal and some other places at one time.
it's true.
All right, well, that's enough about lakes. Why don't we get out of here with some farewells?
All right, that's all for today's episode.
Thank you again for listening. Keep on listening every other Thursday as the Craft Beer Connoisseurs release a new episode.
Make sure to tell your friends, family, and your favorite Toy Story 2 character.
Jeez. All right, so from all of us and producer Addison, I'm Tyler.
I'm Rhett.
And I'm Chris, and together we're the Craft Beer Connoisseurs.